Hey, it's Katya. I'm here on my deck in Boulder, Colorado, and I wanted to share with you one of my very favorite ways of using the power of evolution to make your longings and what you really, really dream of and long for in your heart of hearts real. And this is my favorite because when I do it, I really feel aligned with not just my own dreams, but with the flow of where I feel humanity is really going. And that's why I say that it's using the power of evolution. And so this method is really just very simple. And it's all about taking the thing that you really desire, noticing it, acknowledging it, and then finding folks or just keeping your eye out for folks who are living that, who have that, and then cultivating a sense of happiness for them. So this is a yogic concept as well, and happiness or friendliness toward those who are happy. It sounds maybe kind of simple, but it's actually an attitude that for many of us is a little bit new, it's a change, it's a subtle shift from how we were raised, which is in many ways competitive and with the belief that there's not enough to go around. And that's simply not true, right? When we actually take a look at what it is that most of us are vying for, longing for, dreaming of, for, it's not resources that are finite. It's things like love, things like being able to do what we are passionate about for a living, things like friendship, things like community. And these are not finite resources. These are, in fact, things that we are creating and renewing through our own desire and through our own effort and energy that we put into building and creating that which we want in this life. So we can always expand our world. We can always expand how we are expressing ourselves in the world through our own relationships with others, through our own relationships with Earth, through our own relationships with ourselves and our own creativity. And so it's just even taking that first moment and realizing that, whatever it is that I truly long for, it's out there for me. There's that saying, what you seek is seeking you. So really, really live that, embody that, invite that, not just into your mind, but into your body. This is a really important thing, I think, as well, is whenever we're trying to take on a new belief or new way of seeing things, rather than just doing the kind of affirmation or mantra thing in the mind, to actually take that and bring it into your body. One practice that you can do is actually envision that you have the belief itself, or whatever it is that you want to take in, and feel yourself holding it in your two hands, and then actually let yourself bring it into your body. And you will likely feel a shift. You'll feel a little bit different once you bring that in. I think this is something that actually does change our patterning, because we're more than just our physical body, right? We're an energetic field, and we can bring things into our energetic field consciously, and we can let things go from our energetic field consciously. And if none of this makes sense to you, then that's fine too. You can just play with the practice of actually holding, imagining, envisioning, feeling that you're holding whatever it is that you want in your hands, and then bringing that into yourself. If you do that a couple of times a day or even once a day, for a little while, or even just spontaneously when you're really feeling that, then you might notice yourself really having some shifts. Now, back to being happy for others who are experiencing living that which we desire. So say you want to create the relationship of your dreams. So I recommend, going on Facebook or finding media, right, that resonates with you, books or movies that embody, that show, that portray what it is that you want to create. And maybe you want to take a piece from here, a piece from here. But then when you see that out in the world somewhere, when you see it in a friend, you see a friend that has a relationship that embodies something that you want, see if you can cultivate an attitude of blessing that person, of blessing whatever it is that they have, blessing them on their path. And also in the process, you can bless yourself, and really say to yourself in a kind, compassionate, lovingly detached way that if they can have it, then you can too. And this is really important as well. It's important to remember that when we bless ourselves, when we give ourselves the gift of feeling like we truly are worthy of whatever it is that our hearts long for, that longing itself is holy, is divine, that it comes from a very pure place. When we bless ourselves that way, it's not selfish. It's not, a taking mentality. It's not greed. We know inside when it's greed, and we know when it's coming from a pure place. And those things that we want in our heart of hearts, they are they're divine. When you look at an astrology chart, they're there. You can find those desires in the chart itself. They were not simply made up through our cultural conditioning, etc. Those things that were tend to fall away. Those things that were tend to not be what makes us truly happy. And when it comes time to let go of them, we tend to let go of them maybe with a little bit of a fight at first, but eventually we kind of see that it's not really, it's not true, the true bringer of joy. It was a substitute all along. It was an illusion all along. So here I am to just remind you to trust your own wisdom with these things, and to give you those simple practices. And, from what I experience, and this is just a little real kind of inside view of what I experience in my own process. And I think, maybe it's true for you, give it a try, is that in the beginning, if I truly long for something and I am trying on this practice of, every time I see someone on Facebook that posts, oh, I just, did this thing that I really want, right? At first, it seems difficult. At first, it seems forced. But eventually, the more I work this desire inside of me, the more that I sit with it, the more that I nurture it, nourish it, listen to it, one day it becomes more easy. One day it becomes organic, where I'm scrolling through Facebook or hearing some news from somebody's success in a certain area. And from inside of me, there wells up this very organic feeling of blessing. And when I feel that, I have come to understand and know that that means that I have gotten closer to the vibration of that which I desire. And once I'm inside of that, I realize once again that this is not a time anymore for competition, for a dog eat dog world, for there's not enough to go around. We're really all brothers and sisters here, and we really can all root for each other's success and hold a vision of a world in which everyone has their needs met and in which everyone is free to pursue their longing and their desire with the blessings of their community, smaller community, and the community at large. Okay, so that's all for today. And I'm sending you blessings on your longings and your dreams, because I believe that it is in joy that we will all rebuild the world and make it green again, and make it a joyful, wonderful, thriving, vibrant place for all. Namaste. Have a good day.